So I wanted you listening to me. So what you're going to see behind me this evening is pictures of my favorite Lego people in real world situations. So if you could just not laugh at them and just focus on me. So what I want you to do is I'd like you to all close your eyes. I can't see if you are, but please all close your eyes and start thinking about retirement. Start thinking about all those images that come to mind when you think about retirement. I'm sure you're thinking about yachts and Ferraris and being in Saint-Tropez with your friends. Well, unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that's all a lie. It's a lie we tell ourselves, and it's a lie that is amplified by society. And that's because people confuse retirement with being free. You hear people, and I'm sure you've all said it, which is, I'd like to retire early, or I'd like to retire at 30 or 40 or 50 or 21 in my case. These are all very good. So there's a problem with retirement. So I'm going to talk to you about, later on, I'm going to talk to you about financial empowerment. But first, I'm going to bury retirement. Nobody in this room after tonight is going to use the word retirement. So retirement was great in a time when 65 was really old and people did manual labor. But I look out at I can't see you, but I look out at the audience right now and I see people who are probably, most likely, going to live between 83 and 86 years of their lives. Isn't that wonderful? And most of you probably do something involved in brain labor, not manual labor. So we're going to just take all of that and we're going to throw it away. The other thing we're going to think about is this idea that you educate yourself, you work, and then you retire. All three of those things are being torn up by humanity, evolution, and technology. And it's all predicated on a 1950s way of living, which is this idea that you educate yourself to a certain level, you then get a job which you try and keep for life, you find a partner which you try and keep for life, you get married, you buy a house, and you have children. The world hasn't worked like that for the past few decades. It doesn't work like that now, and it's not going to work like that in the future. Because I look out, again, I can't see you, at you, the people in front of me here, and I see people getting married later. I see people having children later. I see people who are working for less time in jobs. I see people who can drop, at the drop of a hat, can move to another country and start a new life. So that whole idea is to be thrown away. But the financial services world that we have around us today is still built around that model. They take money from you and they lend it to you. It's called debt. And debt is one of those things that is one of the worst things you can have in your life. So I'm here to talk to you today, not about the end of retirement, because you should never think about retirement. I'm here to talk to you about financial empowerment. And financial empowerment starts tonight. Well, actually tomorrow, because you're already pissed. But tomorrow, think about financial empowerment. Financial empowerment. So one thing that we really need to think about is that financial empowerment, financial independence, financial freedom, however you want to talk about it, is our responsibility. The one thing that annoys me most about the Royal Commission into financial services is not that banks and financial services are evil, because we've always known they were evil. It's that us, everyday Australians, let it happen. We are as responsible as they are. So there's four things I'm going to talk to you about with financial empowerment. The first one is we all have to stop being financial numpties. Statistically, 50% of people in this audience tonight have zero or very low financial knowledge. That is sacrilege. An hour a week for 6 months, and you could have all the financial information you need to be able to stop someone taking advantage of you. We also need to talk about money more. More people are more likely to talk about pornography with their parents than they are money. So go out tonight and talk about pornography. Go out tonight or tomorrow and have a conversation with people about money. Talk about debt, talk about anxiety, talk about the way the world is with money. Secondly, we need to understand that our brains don't work in the same way that we want them to. There's a whole field of study called behavioral economics. Buy a book about it. It will tell you why your brain doesn't work in the short, medium, or long term. It will tell you why we're not rational, we're emotional. The third thing is you are all investors. Through your superannuation, you are investing in assets and stocks all over the world. If the only thing you take out of tonight is to go home tomorrow and think about superannuation and spend 3 months studying it, you will not only be wealthier now, you'll be wealthier in the future. And the fourth thing is really down to your skills. Your skills are your weapon for the future. Whether that is financial knowledge, whether it is your job skills, whatever you can do, forget about this Educate to 21. You are now involved in a world of lifelong learning. Spend as much time as you can learning, because that will not only increase the amount of money you can earn today, but it will increase your job opportunities in the future, and so that you can live and work anywhere in the world, in Saint-Tropez, with all of your friends. So go out tonight while drunk and think about financial empowerment. Thank you very much.